lóyìn ládùn.
Lóyìn ládùn lẹ́tọ̀ táyé sọ.
I say lóyìn ládùn.
Lóyìn ládùn lẹ́tọ̀ táyé sọ.
Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ ètò lóyin ládùn ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti máa gbádùn gbogbo àwọn abala wa ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àìkú ní aago 9 sí 10 àárọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti abala lọ́wọ́ ṣíbí níbi tí a ti ń kọ́ àwọn oúnjẹ ilẹ̀ wa ìlera ní ògùn ọrọ̀. Ẹ pàdé àwọn dókítà wa lórí abala ìlera. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ eré ìdárayá ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti máa mọ bí ó ṣe ń lọ ní abala eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ yín Nurudeen. Àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ wo ló tilẹ̀ wà níta báyìí? Ẹ pàdé wa lórí abala ìṣaralóge. Òwe lẹ́ṣin ọ̀rọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ṣin òwe. Abala òwe kò ní gbẹ̀yìn lórí ètò lóyin ládùn pẹ̀lú bàbá òwe. Kí ni ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an tí ẹ fẹ́ kí àwọn ará ìlú mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀? Ìgbéyàwó ni tàbí ọjọ́ ìbí, oyè jíjẹ ni tàbí ìsọmọlórúkọ? Ẹ pè wá fún ìbéèrè tàbí ìpolówó ọjà. Ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí tàbí kí ẹ kàn sí wa ní ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa ní NTA Lagos Channel 10 Ìtẹ́jú Oṣó. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, ètò lóyin ládùn ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àìkú láti aago 9 títí di aago 10 àárọ̀. Ètò tó ládùn tó lóyin.
Olóyin ládùn, lóyin ládùn.
Lóyìn ládùn.
Ẹ wo, ẹ bá mi pariwo lóyin ládùn, lóyìn ládùn.
Lóyìn ládùn.
Àtúmọ̀ ayọ̀wọ́ ayọ̀.
Nigerians can now expect more dividends of democracy. President Bola Tinubu says a Supreme Court affirms victory. Plus, federal government partners Lagos state governments on HPV vaccination. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. I am Hanuluapo Oluwatoki. The Supreme Court has upheld the declaration and return of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the duly elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The 7-man panel of justices, headed by Justice Inyang Okoro, in an unanimous verdict, dismissed the 2 appeals challenging the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the February presidential election. Austin Ayebe reports.
The Supreme Court commenced its judgment with a ruling on whether to admit fresh evidence which bordered on the deposition of alleged forged certificate by the president. While it held that it has jurisdiction to hear the application, it refused to accept the fresh evidence as it will amount to opening the case all over. The court held that appellant failed to take advantage of the 180 days provided by the Electoral Act 2022 for the determination of petitions to obtain the document sought to be tendered from Chicago State University. On the main appeal, which formulated 7 issues for determination bordering on non-compliance by INEC to the Electoral Act 2022, refusal to extend time for additional witnesses and bordering on non-compliance by INEC to the Electoral Act 2022, refusal to extend time for additional witnesses and documents, 25% requirement for a candidate to win presidential election as it affects FCT, electoral fraud, among others. The court resolved all against the appellant and upheld the decision of the Election Petition Court. The court dismissed the appeal in its entirety. The Supreme Court, equally in the appeal by the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, having adopted all resolutions reached in Atiku's case, dismissed the appeal.
Congratulate the leaders of the opposition political parties, because it is better for them to resort to judiciary, which they have done so.
This is about everybody. It's not about a party. It's not about an individual. And if we do not come together now, then we'll have ourselves to blame. Opposition is not, you don't oppose for the sake of opposition. Elections are over. Litigation is over. all litigation must come to an end. Now is the time for governance. Distractions over.
I want to salute the judges of the Supreme Court as well. It was straight to the point. And I believe that this judgment would be seen worldwide. This judgment would be seen worldwide, that which is in line with global best practices in law.
Collective or having the status quo, you must not win FCT before you are declared president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That FCT is like another state.
The judgment put to rest all contending issues about the 2023 presidential election from the Supreme Court. Austin Anyebe, NT News.
In the same vein, Nigerians can now expect more dividend of democracy from the current administration, as President Bola Tinubu says its full concentration is now out to deliver good governance that will improve the socio-economic life of the citizens. The president was reacting to these Thursday's Supreme Court verdicts, which gave final validation to his victory in the February 15, 2023 presidential election.
An energizing spirit and a challenge to work harder without distraction from this moment on. We've concentrated on pulling Nigeria from the bootstrap of depression. And we understand the suffering of the country. You don't need additional distraction to be able to concentrate on building a new economy for the people, an inclusive one for that matter. And the judgment of the Supreme Court put a stop to shenanigans, put a stop to innuendos, put a stop to lies or trial in the media and public place. The court has demonstrated in this visible commitment to rule of law and humanity, and their commitment to do justice for all Nigerians, regardless of ethnic, religious, or any other biases. So we use the strength of our diversity to build a stronger and prosperous Nigeria. And that's my belief.
Away from the Supreme Court judgments, the federal government is working with the Lagos State Primary Healthcare Board to ensure the success of vaccination aimed at curbing human papillomavirus across the metropolis. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa, disclosed this when he paid a courtesy visit on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the State House in Marina, Lagos. Musa Toliat completes the reports.
By the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, is aimed at strengthening relationship with the Lagos State government to ensure the state is better positioned to tackle any emerging public health issues before escalation.
Our maternal mortality rate is bad. We have one of the worst maternal mortality rates in the world. Our infant mortality rate is bad. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given us the mandate to reshape, revitalize, and get Nigeria healthcare delivery system to where it should be, where our citizens will have comprehensive healthcare. Lagos State has done reasonably well, and that's one of the reasons why that's one of the things I discussed with Mr. Governor, that okay, you've done well, but how can we further assist and support the state?
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu restated commitments to forge sustainable partnerships that portend positive development in the health sector with a view to making healthcare delivery accessible and affordable for residents.
We are willing and we're ready to collaborate to foster areas where we see your expertise that can help complement all of the things we are doing, so that at the end of the day, our people, who are the reasons we're in government, feels the essence, feels the benefits of all of the interventions that we'll do.
The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare thereafter set the record straight on the human papillomavirus vaccination.
Today, we have 8,000 women dying from cervical cancer in Nigeria. This vaccine will prevent cervical cancer by 95%. It's a safe vaccine. We should encourage all young girls between the ages of 9 and 15 years to get this vaccine.
The human papillomavirus vaccination will be rolled out in Lagos on the 30th October 2023 in Lagos. Musa Tolia, NTA News.
Moving on, the Lagos State House of Assembly has confirmed fresh list of nominees for the state executive councils and heads of some agencies and parastatals. This was at a sitting presided over by the Speaker Mudashiru Obasa at the State House Assembly in Lagos. Musa Toliat again completes the report.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts activity.
Chief Whip of the House, Fatai Majid, who chaired the ad hoc committee that screened the nominees.
We invited them and the member asked questions, and then all the nominees of the Mr. Governor responded to the question successfully.
The confirmation of the nominees was done through voice votes.
This House do hereby confirm Mrs. Ajeni Fuja Kafaya Adetokumbo as member of Lagos State Teaching Service Commission. All in favor say aye. Those against the ayes have it. This House do hereby confirm the appointment of Mr. Ayigoro Musli Walade as member of Lagos State Audit Service Commission. All in favor say aye. Those against the ayes have it. This House do hereby confirm appointment of Mr. Sosimi Olupo Waniola Dimeji as member of Lagos State Local Government Commission. All in favor say aye. Those against me and the ayes have it.
The lawmakers also confirmed Kemi Ogunyemi as a new member of the Lagos State Executive Council. Peregrino Victoria Mokpelala confirmed as the chairman, Lagos State Teaching Service Commission. The Director General, Lagos State Safety Commission, Olarewaju Mojola, was reappointed, while Olayanju Cole is now the Managing Director, CEO, Lagos State Number Plate Production Authority. Rashid Moriokwala is the new General Manager, Motor Vehicle Administration Agency. Speaker Obasa thereafter directed the clerk of the assembly to send the list of confirmed nominees to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In Lagos, Musa Tolia.
You're still watching news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. We'll be back after this timeout. Stay tuned.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts activities of the Nigerian Senate, Federal House of Representatives, and all the 36 state houses of assembly. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Glad to have you back. You're still watching news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Lagos State governments will always place premium on religious leaders as the devotional activities largely sustain peace and tranquility on which good governance is established. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gave the assurance at the centenary anniversary of the first chief imam of Lagos. Musa Toliat has the report.
It's been 170 years since the first chief imam of Lagos State, Sheikh Abdulnafiu Ghana, was installed. Islamic scholars and Muslim faithful from all walks of life, the young, aged, and women converged on Lagos Central Mosque to supplicate for sustained peaceful coexistence. Centenarian Baba Adini of Lagos, Sheikh Abdulhafiz Abu, was not left behind. One of the take-home of the event is the hospitality nature of Lagos as a home for all.
For this event, it's an opportunity to thank the good Lord for the nature of Islam in Lagos State.
These people that came from Borno, they established here, and they found them worthy. They make them chief imam on top, over the people of Lagos, and they have been doing it. The significance is that be accommodating, be generous, and do good.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stressed that Islamic leaders must continue to promote religious tolerance and be ready to provide spiritual guidance to political office holders when the need arises.
It's a unique time for us to bring all of our Islamic faith together. Our religious leaders historically used to be leaders of government. So we need to continue to give them that space, and that sense of time, to thank them, to say to them that we are always together with them, and it's a collaborative sense of government.
The event is also focused on celebrating the consistency of the Ibrahim dynasty, which has produced chief imams of Lagos State in the last 100 years. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And on foreign scene, 20 feared dead as police hunt for suspect Robert Card in main shooting. These and more has rejoined Christiana Tomoloju on the foreign scene.
20 people are feared to have been killed after a shooting in the U.S. state of Maine, with the suspect a firearm instructor. Authorities in Lewiston are investigating two active shooter events and have warned people to stay indoors, away from windows with doors locked. Police have released images of a man with a military-style assault rifle in a bowling alley and say they are looking for an armed and dangerous Robert Card. The 40-year-old with 20 years military service worked as an army firearm instructor and recently spent time as a mental health facility after hearing voices, according to an internal police note. The city and roads have been shut as the manhunt continues. According to law enforcement sources, between 15 to 20 people are believed to have been killed. As many as 50 people are also said to have been injured. Not all of whom were shot, some reported injuries from a stampede. Meanwhile, a French armed robber who staged a spectacular jailbreak by helicopter has been handed an extra 14 years behind bars by a Paris court. Region feared drew inspiration for his criminal career from French and American gangster films. He was eventually caught after his dramatic 2018 escape from Rio prison in the southern Paris outskirts. The breakout was Faith's second successful humiliation of the French prison system. In April 2013, he used smuggled explosives and a gun to spring himself from Sweden prison in the north before being recaptured next month. And that's on
foreign scene. KC Yinka Davis orders to perform at AMA 2023. These and more has rejoined Damilola Omidele in the world of entertainment.
Movie Academic Award have set four music stars will thrill attendee at the year edition of the ceremony holding on October 29th in Lagos. Kingsley James, AMA 2023 technical head, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday in Lagos. According to him, Kingsley, known as KC, Yinka Davis, Kamido, and Zadok, a contestant in the 7th edition of the Nigerian Idol, will perform at the Continental Film Award. The award, with the theme Renaissance, Legacy in Motion, will hold at the Bamaran Convention Center, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. Moving on, Grammy-winning singer Temilade Okpeniyi, popularly known as Tems, has identified her compatriot South African singer Tyler as her favorite African artist at the moment. She was one of the honorees at the 2023 Time 100 Next event. She was named as the Next Gen Voice. The SS crooner was not the only Nigerian who made the 2023 Time 100 Next list. The CEO of the health startup City Block Health, Dr. Toyin Ajayi, the tech founder Wemimo Abe, made the list alongside co-founder Samia Goel for their startup Ezuzu. Meanwhile, famous singer Stanley Omar Didia, aka Omale, has revealed that he contemplated converting to Islam at some point despite being born in a Christian home. He said right now he doesn't care about religion anymore. He however said he believes in the existence of God. Meanwhile, he disclosed that as soon as he made money, he would just switch. He just believed in God and became more human than religious. He don't just enjoy religion anymore. And that's it on entertainment news. I am Nika Mepe.
We sincerely apologize for that mix-up. The report was actually taken by Mika Mekpe. And on that note, we wrap up the news at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. Benga Oloyede is standing by for the Yoruba translation of the news. I am Hanoluapo Oluwatuki. Good evening.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́ ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ́ yín láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ni oníròyìn. Ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ilé ẹjọ́ tó ga jùlọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ti ṣe alátìlẹyìn ìkéde dídá Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu padà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà tí ètò ìdìbò yan ààrẹ gbé wọlé ní orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ adájọ́ ẹlẹ́ni méje èyí tí adájọ́ Iyangu Koro ṣáájú àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ ẹlẹ́ni méje tàwọn adájọ́ náà ni wọ́n parapọ̀ dá ìpìlẹ́jọ́ tó ń gbéná wojú ìjáwé olúborí ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà nù níbi ètò ìdìbò yan ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó wáyé nínú oṣù kejì ọdún tí a wà yìí. Orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ń retí jíjẹ nínú ọ̀pọ̀ mùdùmúdùn ètò ìṣèjọba àwarawa láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìṣèjọba tó wà lórí àlééfà lọ́wọ́ bí ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ṣe sọ wípé ìṣèjọba òun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí yóò túbọ̀ dúró lórí ìlànà ṣíṣe ìpèsè ìjọba tó jọjú láti lè túbọ̀ mú kí ìlọsíwájú dé bá ètò okòwò àwùjọ àti ìgbé ayé àwọn ènìyàn ìlú. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ló ń fèsì náà lónìí lẹ́yìn ìdájọ́ ilé ẹjọ́ tó ga jùlọ èyí tó fún ààrẹ láti jáwé olúborí látàrí ètò ìdìbò yan ààrẹ tó wáyé nínú oṣù kejì ọdún tí a wà yìí. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀ka ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń mójútó ẹ̀ka ìlera tàwọn ènìyàn ìlú lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó láti rí wípé àṣeyọrí dé bá kíkojú kòkòrò àrùn fáírọ́ọ̀sì tí wọ́n pè ní papilloma nípa gbígba abẹ́rẹ́ àrùn náà fún ìlera ẹ̀dá káàkiri agbègbè ìlú Èkó. Mínísítà ẹ̀ka ìlera ìlú àti àlàáfíà ènìyàn ìlú lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Túnjí Aláùsá ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀ ní àsìkò tó ń dé gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ọ̀gbẹ́ni Babájídé Sanwó-Olú lálejò ní ọ́fíìsì gómìnà tó wà ní agbègbè Marina ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Tọ́ àsùnjì lórun tàṣálẹ̀ ní Mika Mekpe ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ròyìn wá fún ilé èdè Ògùn. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ń kí yín èrè o.
Mechire mikwabo mikudo wajaye mikudo tito lile nafse mite so enti chana tena woni mate to mite Mika Mekpe o lile no o sawa da opete to bo Nigeria ton to din ko kenu to eheyin o senho o vodide hewa ime ton to aza pere godo de wai to gbon o senwe ene ton dariwe eheyin o senho da opete to bo Nigeria ton kenu to o senemete bodo eheyin o senwe lo ekeyin to gboga Nigeria ton ko dudo ekeyin o sen weloji to din boye ko so ze ene do otoji o meheba si o meche anwe won pale to din me sinu kan to ye ton ba si ekeyin we dato o yang okoro kodo to din do ekeyin to gboga Nigeria to ene Bola Ahmed Tinubu to din ko dudo ekeyin o sen weloji kere dide ye ko ba si ogbedide ton lo we ekeyin o lenizon wato miton Austin Oyembe bati gbedide tondo ekeyin to gboga Nigeria ton to din ko dudo o sen weloji kere dide ye ko ze o sen we vovo awe pata ekeyin to gboga Nigeria ton to wenena eso ohia to o sen roda o pete to gbo Nigeria to me we ye ko kenudo o sen wene lago eyin o sen roda o pete ewugan o sen role to gbo Nigeria to me ko kenudo o sen ro ene o sen we ene lago bodo ekeyin to gboga Nigeria ton ko dudo o sen we ene loji to din to gboga Nigeria ton kere de ba si home hun de ni talala dogun o sen we to o sen ro da ho to gbo Nigeria ton kenu dogo ene lo we home to hun bo to dido to dido emi ime home emi to hun na do so gan ba si kere de tinte to gbedide emi to mero na nu kan ye podo won daga podo na wíwúrà pé náà tó gbó Nàìjíríà tó ń kúrò gá tó vi Nàìjíríà tó lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ tó dín wẹ́ẹ́ tó di dọ̀dọ̀ èèyàn kòmẹ́mì tó hùn kẹ́rìndé òsínrọ̀dà ó pété kó dádó òwẹ́ ọlọ́mẹdó tó dín kòmẹ́mì tó hùn tàlàlà bọ̀ èmi náà sọ bẹ gbèjì sọ ni nàdó sọ̀gán wà ó núhè jẹ nánú kan yìí tó gbó Nàìjíríà tó kẹ́rẹ́dìdé tí tó títò èmi tó mẹ́dó wẹ̀ èmi náà sọ bá sí kẹ́rẹ́dì náà kòmẹ́hùn tó vilẹ̀ pó pété tán. To din to gbọ́ọ́lù Nàìjíríà tán kó kan lọ́dọ̀ pé àyè má tẹ̀ àwọn ní má tẹ̀ tó dín pó ekeyin tó kó pẹ̀vílẹ̀ etí tó àwọn ní má tẹ̀lẹ̀ pó náà tó sọ̀gán bá sí òtítọ́ òyìn dúdú nàmẹ̀tàn náà yọpọ̀ fún edókò chẹ́nẹ̀jẹ̀ pé fọ̀túnlẹ̀ tó gbọ̀n àzùn dé etí tó àzùn èyí tó yí rọ̀dọ̀ èyí àzùn papiloma tán òyìn dúdú nàmẹ̀ ẹ̀ wẹ̀ yẹ sọ̀gán dúdú nàmẹ̀ náà tó wúrà òmẹlẹ sún àzùn ẹni lọ sí yídọ pàtàkì ìyọpọ fúnlẹ ìbá sí ìyọpọ fún pé chen mẹjẹ òpè fọtọmẹtàn lẹwọ èyí náà tó òye ẹnẹ yídọ òlàmẹná tó òdìn division wa tó àyímẹtàn tó nàmẹ lílo sí àwàjí wẹ tó òkú ẹni dọ pó ekeyin àyímátẹgá àwọn onítàn pó dọ òye dúdú nàmẹ ẹnẹ ìbá sí ònúdé bóyán tàlàlà mẹ ìbá sí division wa tó na maison leton kpodoga jijo ho ledomele kpoton ene tunje alausa weba si okodido ene to wonena e so ohia poli lizo wa tole ko we e do ho ene do otoji musa tole atreba si gbedido lo to wonena e so ohia to te ene me mechere mi khafana woja e ton kaka jeso mina so pri eiza
Want the best in news, info, and entertainment. NTA 10. NTA 10. In the super channel, in sports and documentaries. NTA 10. NTA 10. Even with movies, cartoon, and live talk show. Fun toys, and go for nothing less. Station for excellence. NTA 10 station for excellence.
Nta 10 station for excellence.
The children are our future, so it's crucial we communicate with them on